Welcome to the show, welcome to Olympico, welcome to the Olympiads here in London, live in the mobile skinny broadcast vehicle. Joining me are my co-hosts, Jason Hoyt.
Jason Hoyt excels under pressure and is an ex-expert at the 48 games in London, the 68 games in Mexico, and the 88 games in Seoul. He is currently ranked 5th in the Auckland panel of cricket umpires. He is Jason Hoyt.
Fantastic, Jason. Great to have you here.
It certainly is, Leah, and I have to say I'm tremendously excited. And when I look around this camper van, and I see the breadth of experience, the breadth of wisdom, I know that the punters are going to be very, very well informed. They're going to be up to date. Whatever's happening in the Olympic Village, we'll know about it. Whatever's happening on the track, in the pool, we'll be there. I couldn't ask for a more experienced, a better group.
And joining him also is my other co-host, man who needs no introduction, Jeremy Wells.
Jeremy Wells is no stranger to television. He began his career as a television repairman and moved seamlessly into radio and back to TV again. He is an expert at the 64 Tokyo Olympics, the 72 Munich Games, and he attended the Sydney Olympics in 2000. He is Jeremy Wells.
Jeremy, great to have you here. You must be excited.
I'm hugely excited about this opportunity, Lee. The games that are coming together of many nations. It's all about faces.
How many nations do we have at this point?
Quite a few at this stage. I mean, most nations.
150, 200 nations?
Most of the nations.
About the same as last time, I think, isn't
About
it?
the same as last time.
Okay, fantastic. And of course, I'm excited to be here.
Lee Hart is a veteran sportscaster. He has covered the Sydney Olympics from Albany Stadium, the Athens Olympics from Rome and Venice, and the Beijing Olympics from Disneyland and Los Angeles. He is Lee Hart.
Okay, how's the show going to work? Well, good question. I'll tell you what, we'll be broadcasting right here from the Olympico Skinny Mobile Broadcast Vehicle in London, and we'll be getting out in the field. In an effort to bring you the best Olympic coverage we can on a budget, we're going to cover the Olympics like they've never been covered before. We're going to take you on a journey. And we'll be blowing quite a lot of the budget, driving round and round London in black cabs, showing you exactly what it has to offer. The sights, the sounds, pretty much all the action. Oh, sorry about that, mate. You're going our way anyway, weren't you? Sorry, mate. So, cheers, buddy. Oh. With Olympico, you get up-to-the-minute updates. And we'll be tapped into the London Olympic Media Centre. How's it going there, right?
Good.
It's fantastic.
So the Olympics are now well underway, and the British Prime Minister David Cameron is going to be hosting a business conference today. He's trying to get...
And we'll be catching up with all the other big broadcasters, like the BBC. Sorry?
We're live.
So as you can see, Olympico is a major production.
as I was saying, the British Prime Minister David Cameron hosting a global conference.
But I tell you, it all comes back here into the studio, the Olympico Skinny Mobile Studios, and let's be honest here. We've been respected as an award-winning show because our transparency. What you see is what you get. If we don't have some footage, you won't be seeing it. We won't be playing that footage. If we don't have access to a venue, Jason,
we won't be there.
We simply won't be going in there.
Just a small note on the results. From our perspective, they are guidelines only. Mm-hmm. So they are not gospel. And in many cases, the results are simply what we think may happen.
Okay. See you after this break.
They're very professional.
They don't look professional. We look like lube doctors.
It's a big deal bringing Jeremy in on this.
Yeah,
and quite frankly, he looks like he should be pumping gas somewhere out by Heathrow.
So just
he looks worse than us. Know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And frankly, we look like hydraulic hose doctors, okay?
Lube doctors.
Dr. Diesel. They've had, but...
No, listen. We're not going to be taken seriously as a show if the sports casters or the anchors aren't taken seriously, okay?
Yeah.
We'll talk about this later, okay? Look like fucking hydraulic hose doctors.
Welcome back to Olympico. Lee, Jason, the opening ceremony.
Well,
thoughts?
Yeah, well, certainly it lived up to its expectation of being the austere opening ceremony.
It was always going to be.
It was very British, wasn't it? I wouldn't say dour, but I would say subdued. And, I can't help but compare it to for example, the Beijing Olympics, of course, which is your area of expertise. quite a difference there.
Main thing I noticed, just a few Asian people there compared to Beijing in the actual ceremony itself. You know, obviously you're never going to get that amount of Asians in a London ceremony. Not that you have to, no one says you have to, but just being the Olympics before this, that was visually the thing I noticed most, but a good job overall.
Lee, could I just interrupt you there just briefly? And I mentioned it's good to see marching come back this year. It's gone since '84. So nice to see some of the teams in line and marching. And also the best thing I think about this opening ceremony is that unlike Mexico in '68, no one was raped.
Yeah, okay, that's good. I mean, that's always a positive. So I think overall a positive ceremony. What are you excited about? What are you looking forward to this week?
Well, let me start. I'm cycling is huge for me. A bit of track and field.
You're going to be going
the triathlon and weightlifting.
And one of the things I'm really looking forward to.
Judo, Jason?
Dressage.
No, it's not this week.
Oh, not this week? Well, for me, the
judo.
Start on the shooting.
Fencing's a big one this week. Weightlifting.
Well, I know Jeremy's doing the shooting, but I am definitely going to be
Someone definitely coming on fencing as well.
And I'm looking forward to the weightlifting. And judo. Oh, but certainly judo.
Hockey also is a big one, and early in the week I caught up with the Black Sticks yesterday. In fact, they got their campaign off with a win, which is exciting. I caught up with them at training. Check this footage out. I wouldn't say I've travelled more than most people, but I definitely have. My passport certainly says I have. So when I give a travel tip, you better listen to it. Fecal build-up of your undergarments, or skid marks as the kids like to call them, can creep up at any time. Much like tartar in your teeth, 1 minute it's not there, the next minute it is. Flag the whole skid mark. I don't think it's just a general life travel tip, don't you think?
Yeah, okay.
Terry? Just keep it more travel specific, especially to this trip, more London, I think. Keep the teeth stuff, that's good, but I don't think we need the whole skid mark, but you know what I mean? Jubilee Market Hall. If you're into shopping in London, you've just got to check it out. Come on in, I'll show you around. Hey, you all right? Busy? Cool. I'm here, of course, with the Black Sticks, and joining me now is Gemma. Gemma, it must be fantastic being here in London, the Olympics. How do you compare this to, say, Beijing? How's it different?
Yeah, the atmosphere is a lot different. We're obviously very focused, and we're coming into the village, and we left again. We went to France for a couple of days just to relax and rest our bodies and our minds.
The Olympics are getting exciting, and are you enjoying them so far?
Yes, very much.
Okay,
yeah.
Fantastic. And what events are you most excited about?
Probably a triathlon.
Fantastic triathlon, love it. And who are you looking out for there?
Bevan Dockery, Clark Ellis and Andrew Hewitt.
Fantastic, they've done amazing on the world stage. We're glad they can pick it up for the Olympics. Cheers for that.
Thanks.
We've had a lot of games against them the last couple of years, and it's obviously New Zealand Aussies pretty big grudge match. So yeah, that's probably our hardest game for us, and so the other one, I mean, we've got a pretty hard pool as well with Germany and RG, so they're all going to be pretty tough games. We've played most of these teams quite a lot, so we're used to the different styles, but it is quite hard to recover. We've got quite a few early morning games, and obviously it's tough getting up that early and trying to focus. So, but yeah, we do a lot of homework on the teams, so we're pretty well prepared.
Okay, and preparation is everything at Olympics, and no one knows that more than the team here at Olympico. What do I want that for? I don't need... No, we don't need that. Thanks. Do you get a chance to sort of get out and, I wouldn't say sample the nightlife, but sample the culture and get out, maybe have a drink of that kind of stuff?
We're in training at the moment, so yeah, probably not.
Would you want to say if you and I could get together, maybe go out for a drink sometime, maybe show you around London or something like that?
When were you thinking?
Well, now it'd be quite good. I mean, no, you can take that if you like.
Sorry, still competing, so can't do that kind of thing.
Might as well take that one, 2 minutes, probably unprofessional. There you go, the Hockey Black Sticks. Fine bunch of girls there. All the best of them over their campaign and indeed the rest of their lives in many cases.
Certainly a real medal prospect, Lee. And I should also mention here that even though we're only 8 minutes into the show, that our DVDs are now on sale. So if you want to order one of those, do that quick smart because they go out the window very quickly. Should also be pointed out actually too that you should allow probably 3 weeks for postage and packaging and another 3 weeks probably to allow us to actually make the show. But get in there quick because they sell out fast.
Okay. A fantastic gift, as Jay said. And we'll see you after this break.
Olympico. They look like hydraulic hose doctors, but they're not.
Hello and welcome back to Olympico, and welcome to our viewers from Palmerston North and Dunedin. Everybody knows that around about this time there's a lot of Olympic related events going on, and none more important than a black tie function which is occurring downtown at the moment.
It is absolutely, Jeremy, and it's the veritable who's who of the New Zealand Olympic team. And of course, Olympico's got their man on the spot, Lee.
Kiwi House is a great concept, and there's been great people getting in behind it here in London to make it happen, and we want to see it be a compliment to our wonderful athletes that are going to compete out there in our venues.
That's right, mate. But what you got to understand is that with Olympico, we've done it. You know, we've been there. We've done it. That's what we do. That's what we do. We do sports. We do Olympiads. That's what we do, Mike. A lot of these guys haven't done it. They haven't got it. You know, you got your Dellos and your TB1. Simon Dello, nice guy, but you know, can he do the job? You know, Olympico. And your TV3s and your TVNZs and all that. I mean, they're great guys. Yeah, sure. I mean, but do you want them doing your Olympiads? Do you really want that? I don't know. Mike, so, you know, I mean, and I'm not telling you how to do your job, Mike, but you should listen to me, you know? You're going to look stupid, Mike, if it all turns to custard. You're the one that's going to look stupid, you know? Not me. Not me, Mike.
So tell me, what's your schedule tomorrow?
Nothing.
Olympico, covering the Olympics since 1948.
Well, I'm not Dick Quacks.
There's an oldie that
Welcome back to Olympico. Welcome back to the Olympiads. Welcome back to London. Let's talk about the swimming. It's really heating up there in the pool. I mean, not literally, but with the event, the athletes there. You've been doing a bit of work on this, Jeremy. Thoughts on the swimming?
Well, I think the swimming is a place where we might be able to pick up some medals. I think we've had a lot of success in the past, obviously, and this year I think with the 100, with the free, also with the 200 and the 4x100, and of course the medley, which is the glamour event of the pool. I think we've got some real hopes.
Care to perhaps just chuck some names at us there?
There are certain names that we'll look at, but I think we should probably look at them a little bit later in the show. At the moment, we're just providing a general overview of the situation.
Fair enough. Jace, yourself?
I think we've got some real prospects.
Okay, and we want names on those prospects, perhaps just paint a picture.
Well, I don't really want to get into specifics, but I will say that in the men's, there's certainly some hope there, and even looking at the women, there are one or two there that could be certainly medal prospects or at least final prospects.
Okay, look, I'm going to bring someone in on this. Daniel, no stranger to the pool. Daniel Loader, welcome to the show. Welcome to Olympico. Welcome to the Olympiads. Welcome to London.
Daniel Loader going to win this event. Loader wins. Loader wins gold for New Zealand.
Thoughts on our prospects there? Who have you got your eye on?
Well, I want to see, and I'll throw some names in here this time, is Lauren Boyle and Gareth Keane. Gareth is down in Wellington, trained by Gary Haring, who was a Olympian.
Gareth is training with Gary.
Yeah.
So, Daniel, I mean, how much of it is mental versus physical? A lot of people discuss this. This is about the time when we need to bring this up. Mental, physical.
Yeah, it's a good question because a lot of the physical prep has been done well in before we actually come over to London. So now
I'm just going to move for a better signal, guys.
Talking about peaking too early. Of course, we're talking about Steve Shields. Okay, he showed up to the Winter Olympics, Courchevel, 6 months early. And our winter, their summer, okay? And that's the ultimate peaking too early out of games, surely. And, you know, he obviously was shamed. He never showed up back in the country. He stayed over there and pretty much is still there to this day waxing skis. You know, he's been there 20 years. Obviously in the summer he doesn't wax skis, he waxes backs and stuff. But
something that not a lot of people are talking about at this Olympiad, but the temperature of the pool. I know that they're going for 22 degrees this year. In past, it has in fact been 20.5, I believe.
Which is a little on the cool side, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. In Mexico, 68, I believe it was.
Fahrenheit you're talking
I'm talking
68
Celsius.
Fahrenheit.
It was, in fact, 92 Fahrenheit, I believe, in Mexico in 68.
68 Olympics.
68
okay, sorry, I was
Olympics,
going to say, obviously, Celsius, you're 22. Okay.
You correlate
far
to
away from you
68 degrees, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah, there is a temperature range in which the water has to be. Otherwise, too warm and you don't get the best performances, and too cold, nobody wants to jump in.
See, these are things that just aren't discussed on many other Olympic shows, and that's what I'm really enjoying about this. But if I could just...
Sorry, Lee, can I just interrupt you there for a second? It's time to go to the live medal table. Can we just have a look at the results there? These results, of course, are a guide.
Okay, certainly some changes there. That'll, of course, be changing throughout the Olympiad through here in London. Quite significantly, I would say, but they are a guide, as you say.
If I could just interrupt you there, Lee. You know, some days I just have no energy at all. I go through the day tired as all go get out, and that's when I need to really refuel. So that's when I go to Burger Fuel. At Burger Fuel, they have a whole range of tasty burgers. My personal favourite at the moment is Freak Out. That hot, beefy, meaty patty with bacon, just a little bit of lettuce, really gets me through the day. Make sure you go there. Tell them I sent you.
So, Daniel, yeah, the pool, I mean, I always found when I was training, as you know, I've done a bit of time in the pool. You're in the water, you're training? It's lonely out there, isn't it?
It is, but it could also be quite cathartic as well, you know. When I was training really long hours, it would be 2.5 hours in the morning and night.
So it's a real 9 to 5, sort of 24/7 thing, isn't it?
Well, 5 to 7 twice a day, not 9 to 5, that's just...
Oh, figuratively speaking, I mean, basically you're in the pool a long time though, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're training for that.
Daniel, can we talk Baquasil versus chlorine versus saltwater systems? Do you have any preference, any of those three? I mean, there's obviously chlorine, there's Baquasil, there's saltwater systems.
And ozone as well, which is...
And of course ozone, yep,
Yes,
of course
yeah.
ozone. Yeah.
If I could just interrupt you there, Jesse.
I'll tell you what, we'll be back right after this ad break.
The torch has been lit. The journey has begun. Many hands will carry the torch as it lights the path toward our destiny. Together we grow stronger as we rise to the challenge. From island to island, a nation unites for one common goal. The torch is more than a flame, it's a beacon of hope, a symbol of every...
Thanks, mate. And they're great for lighting Barbies. Funny that.
Olympico, voted New Zealand's best Olympic coverage.
How you going, all right? As promised, bit of a tour of our operation. Obviously staying here. Why? Look at that. That's the stadium. Hey, Ben, how's it going, all right? This is Ben, our operations manager. Oh, good job finding that tripod leg, by the way. Oh, fantastic. They have the booze, are we? Why are we here? I'll tell you right now, everyone's here. All the top broadcasters, BBC right up the top, Puerto Rican TV, anyone who's anyone is here. Let's go check on the BBC, see what they're up to. They'll be busy, but I'm sure we can have a look. All right, let's go in and see how they're getting on. Oh, it kind of looks busy. This is the BBC. It's all going. This is big scale stuff. Hi, how's it going?
Hey, it's all right, yeah.
Yeah, good. Oh, speaking of there, actually, this is professional stuff. The Olympics, it's big. How are you preparing for it? Are you ready?
We've been ready for weeks.
Yeah.
And we've been going for 4 days, so we're really on top of it.
Okay.
We know what we're doing.
Okay. You've got a great vantage point here. What are you trying to get out of this today?
We just want to bring a flavour of London and the Olympics to international viewers.
Fantastic.
You know, this is about showcasing London to the world as the great city it is.
Look, I'll leave you to it. You're busy, but it's looking good. Looking good. Keep up the good work.
Cheers. 3, 2, 1.
Lucy, how's it going? It's the Olympiads, the Piads, we like to call them the Piads. Is this your first Piads?
This is the greatest show on earth, and it's shaping up to be that way. It's absolutely magnificent.
Yeah,
amazing.
It certainly is.
This is, you're familiar with this kind of multi-camera situation?
Yeah, well, multi-camera, as I say, I've done a lot of multi-camera stuff. You heard of Christmas in the Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I wasn't on that, but but I did my Uncle Colin's wedding. That was that's a 2 or 3 camera shoot.
Yeah,
well, 2 in the end.
Yeah.
But a lot of pressure. I mean, they wanted the DVDs pretty much the day after.
I know.
You know, so
there's a huge amount of pressure.
It's a huge amount of pressure.
I can see how that's comparable.
Yeah, didn't last in the end, to be honest. They're from different worlds.
Right.
He was a Kiwi guy, you know, an auto mechanic, and she turned out to be a man. from Thailand. You know, it's just one of those things. But look, you're busy. I'm going to leave you to it.
Sorry,
You
it's
need to
not
prep,
just the Olympics, it's Syria, it's other big stories.
It
as well.
certainly is. So keep up the good work.
Yeah, you too. Lee.
Fantastic, awesome. These are obviously the technical guys. These guys really make it happen. Just carry on, guys. These are good. So you're just bringing up your gammas. No.
We're just doing sorting out the running order.
Running order. Okay. So you get that right. You don't have that. You don't have anything, do you?
No, exactly.
Without you guys.
That's what we need.
Good. Let's look. Sorry, mate. What?
The music guys uploaded the music. You want to take a listen?
Theme song.
Yep.
You guys mind listening to this new theme song? I just want to get some feedback on it. Comes in there, yeah. Hi, bit. I like that. That goes again. See if we can build the end up a bit, and we'll run with that. Does it? So Anthony, thanks for the tour. No problem. You're a busy man. I'm busy. I best put some pants on and get on with it. So yeah. Thanks, mate. Cheers. Okay.
That's magnificent.
Fantastic. Atlanta 1996. Proud moment for you, but of course many New Zealanders. Check that out, Jimmy. A real gold medal there.
Impressive.
Feel that weight. Jeepers creepers, that really is quite weighty.
You get a bit of the old stoop net with that, wouldn't you? I'd be tempted to put Scorpio on it.
What do you do with that? You obviously keep that in like a box or something, keep it at home up on the mantelpiece, do you?
Yeah. Well, I frequently bring along with me out to the nightclubs and stuff, so it's got to be easily accessible.
A bit of a puller, the old gold medal, I'd imagine.
Yeah. Certainly would, but I want to talk about, to move on if we could, to the athletics, the glamour events of your 100s, your 200s, your 400s, etc. on the track. We've got a man down on the track, Paul Fifield. Come in, Paul. The Bolt, looking favourite, of course, but people like Blake snapping at his heels. Thoughts on that?
I think we'll probably see a 1-2-3 between the two Jamaicans and the American. I wouldn't be surprised to see the American get there in front. He's been building up to this race very nicely.
If I could just interrupt you there, Paul, you're saying Bolt, he's famous for holding a little bit back at these things, isn't he?
He does leave a little bit back, and this will probably be his swan song, so we probably won't see him again in the Olympics, but wouldn't be surprised at all to see Bolt come through.
Yeah, Paul, it's all very well and good making these kind of comments on a live TV show, and a lot of people kill for that position, but you really need to be coming from a position of authority to really, for the viewers to really get what you're saying, if you know what I mean. You hardly look like a track and field star, and your broadcasting credentials are looking a little shaky as I look at them down here. Paul?
Well, there's Thames Television. I was in a short program about the Olympics, the history of the Olympics and the history of athletics. I've studied deeply on this fact. I've got a sports degree from the Birmingham University.
Do you really feel qualified to be making these kind of comments that you are at the moment?
Look, Lee, I think we've had enough of hearing about my qualifications. Explain to me exactly how what your qualifications are that you feel that you can question me like this, and quite honestly, you can just fuck off.
Or you can fuck off as well, Paul.
Is that?
Sorry about that, Daniel. There's Paul Fifield down at the Athletic Centre. The vibe of the city really is quite amazing. You'll be feeling that when you're outside the van. You guys obviously don't get out as much as I do, just with the position of this table, etc. But you're really feeling the vibe of the Olympics, Danny, and you'll be getting it. We went to get that vibe with the Skinny Mobile word on the street. Check. You're here with the Skinny Mobile word on the street here in Victoria Park. Let's go check out the action.
Hi, everyone's back home.
Yeah.
Mum, Megan, the kids.
No, just two. Mum and Megan, or you want to say how many?
Dad.
How many kids?
Oh, I don't know. There are two kids.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Isabel and Logan. That's why.
So you're just going to you don't care about your mum and dad?
I don't care. Isabel and Logan.
So it's just the two kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi. You'll probably cut us anyway. You'll probably look back on us and be like, oh, good God.
Oh, we can't afford to cut you now. Good luck. We'll cut that. And how's Canada going to go in the Olympics?
Hopefully our women's beach ball team will get a gold, and then our men's beach ball team will get a gold, and our rowing team.
You just never know.
Soccer, you just never know.
You just never know.
Just come to see some Olympic festive shizzles. Forgot my New Zealand flag. I've left it at home. I'm gutted.
That's not good enough, is it? That's not good enough.
Completely incompetent bunch of wankers who organised this.
I thought you were talking about us.
No. No, you can feed that back to them. This is just an
Yeah, it is a bit of a debacle, isn't it? There's one name, of course, that comes to mind when I think of Jamaica. That is, of course,
Usain Bolt.
I was going to say Bob Marley, actually, but
Really, did
yeah,
you?
Usain Bolt. Are you confident? Is he going to do it?
I hope so. I hope so. But if it's not him, it will be another Jamaican. That's for sure.
I think you might be right there. I think you might. The baby in there? No.
No baby,
okay, no baby in there. Thought he had a baby in there. I was going to say, give him some air. You know, you get it done. Big queue, isn't it? Big queue.
Yeah, it's going to be a great evening, isn't it?
So you get different. You get your glasses half full type of guy, and then your glasses half empty kind of guy. Replay that footage, can you?
As long as I get in there by 9.
There you go. This is glass half full guy. Play that other footage of the glasses half empty guy. Hold on, watch this footage.
This is a joke. You've even got people who haven't got tickets getting in now, and then people are lying to get. I mean, it's just.
You know what? I think that you're going to have a lot of medals from the British, the Americans, and maybe the Chinese.
And the New Zealanders, of course.
Sorry?
And the New Zealanders.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of medals from them as usual.
Excellent. Well, I look forward to seeing that.
Yeah, it's bloody exciting. Yeah, it is, isn't it? It is. It is. What are you looking forward to? You think you're ever going to get in here?
Yeah, we're going to get in here. I'm looking forward to hopefully bumping into Daniel Loader.
All right, yeah, he'll be there.
Maybe.
Funny you should say that. We caught up with Daniel Loader in this show, actually.
Welcome back to Olympico.
Welcome back to the Olympics, and welcome back to Olympico.
At the Olympiads here in London.
Let's talk a little bit about the support for the athletes. Daniel, when you're away at the village, it must be tremendous to have that sort of support. Can you have too much support?
Good question.
Yeah, I don't think you can, but personally, I'd like to know what is happening back home with my friends and that. So, I like that information. When I was competing, I didn't really bring back gold because I was under enough pressure as it was.
And
anyway.
that added to the pressure, bring back gold. They're not saying bring back bronze, are they?
No.
It's always bring back gold.
You can only ask that they try their very best and nothing more than that, really.
I'm going to bring some in on this. Triathlon legend, Hamish Carter. Roll that footage.
Hamish Carter about to win the gold medal in the men's triathlon. Gold medal for Hamish Carter.
How important are the fans, and how do they get in touch with you?
Oh, so firstly, they're really important, and I think, from a small country like New Zealand, the support you get is actually far greater than any other country probably. Shout, because when you shout at the television, you can actually hear it when you're racing. Somehow you just feel it, like you feel the energy of the country behind you.
So we'll leave you to it, Hamish. Awesome. Great to speak to you again. I will be seeing more of Hamish later in the show, later in the segment, if the show doesn't get axed next week. But good luck. Thank you.
Yes.
Are you a gold medal supporter? Are you a silver, or are you possibly a bronze?
Well, it would be hard to qualify that, who does get the gold medal in support,
And speaking of gold medal supporters, we caught up with someone before we left who's been behind this Olympic team. Here's a little section we've got, our Olympico Good Sort of the Week.
In Braddock Grove in Timaru, there's a penguin and a seagull and a driveway that leads down to a house.
Oh, come on in.
Thank you very much.
The neighbours say if there's one thing you can bank on, it's that there's always sweet smells wafting from Gail's place. You see, Gail's a baker, but not just any old baker. When we arrived, she'd been busy baking cakes to send to our Olympians.
Would you say that you're one of the biggest Olympic supporters in New Zealand, Gail?
Don't know about the biggest, but pretty big.
Gail's husband Peter's no longer with us, so she lives with her 93-year-old mum who's a bit camera shy. When she's not baking, she's either knitting or sleeping or watching her beloved Transonic with teletext and built-in Freeview. Gail reckons that there's nothing better for performance than good old cake. And that's Gail Matthews. No fuss, no nonsense, and she's a good sort.
Hope they enjoy my cake, Jeremy. Go Kiwis.
I'm sure they will, Gail. I'm sure they'll love it.
Jeremy Wells, Olympico.
Daniel, you've been a great guest. Great to have you first up. Start with the best, and I'm no doubt the guests will get worse as we carry on. Jason, fantastic having you on board once again. We'll see you next week. As with you, Jeremy. Thank you. See you next week.
This was Olympico.